you didn't exactly work at a middle market all through. So tell us about your journey from Kegler Brown in Columbus to a mammoth organization and back to Columbus again with Jeni's.
So Kegler Brown is probably the middle market of law firms. I made a decision after or sort of early in my second year of law school to go to this small law firm in Columbus, Ohio, 75 attorneys, and not to a mega firm in Chicago. I had grown up south of Chicago. I had planned on coming to Ohio State and returning to be a loop attorney like I had planned. But Kegler Brown was making promises about things I would get to do at an early age that a mega firm couldn't do. I was very worried about going to mega firm and spending 10 years writing memos. And I would have been paid handsomely. It would have been a wonderful life in some ways, but it wouldn't have played to my strengths. And lots of very smart people can write great memos, and I shouldn't be competing with them to do that. But I thought I could maybe get in the courtroom earlier, maybe I would be good at depositions, et cetera. It turns out none of that's true. I am 0-1 in jury trials, I can tell you that. It was a really fun experience. So I made this decision to go to this place, and all of the promises they made came true. They treated me wonderfully. Tony White, who was a captain of the OSU basketball team, was my mentor, and he had been part of the recruiting, and he said, the day after I passed the bar exam, he's like, here's this file, I want you to file the answer, take a deposition, do this. And I said, okay, but I want you to know, I've never taken a deposition before. He said, I know, little birdie's got to learn to fly, litigator's got to learn to litigate. And that was something that you got at this sort of middle market law firm that you don't get at the mega place. And it allowed me to create a name for myself and get some success under my belt in a way that wouldn't have happened if I'd gone someplace else. And I really was fortunate to have amazing mentors there. So because of that, I got some accolades that frankly I didn't deserve, or that people that were every bit as great or better than me as lawyers wouldn't have gotten at the mega firms. And so GE comes knocking on my door because of that.
That's great. It's very honest. Well, when I look around here at our students, I'm sure there's a few John Lowes here trying to figure out what they want to do with their career and what kind of a place they want to work at. And some of our students who are thinking about this could also be lured, just like you were, at least in thinking about your career, to go to the big place, to go to the mega place, to get the name on your resume, get that first big name on your resume. So what would you tell someone like that if they're contemplating working for a middle market company where they probably could enjoy working much more, learn much more, but the resume looks much stronger with a big name on it?
I don't know that the resume looks better with a big name on it. I'm not more impressed because you go to work for P&G than you go to work for some smaller brand, Burt's Bees, now owned by Clorox. But frankly, when I'm looking at a resume, I much prize somebody who has some entrepreneurial bent. It doesn't mean they had to start their own company, but they have to have figured out how to get things done. And that's not always the case when you start out at P&G or GE or other things. Having said that, those are wonderful places to work. And they let you do amazing, great, big things. And I'm not here to tell you working at a middle market firm is better than working at a mega house, because it may not be. It's going to depend on the job. And for me, I think I got lucky. I made a relatively mature decision at a time when I wouldn't give myself a lot of credit for making other ones, to go to a small law firm. And that sent me on a career path that I probably wouldn't have gotten at the big house. So my suggestion would be real honest with yourself about the individual job and opportunity and your skills, right? I knew I wasn't going to stand out competing with kids from the Ivy League and writing memos about arcane issues in, you know, a high-profile, big litigation that never goes to trial. Like I'd blow up. I'd go nuts sitting in a library doing that. But I thought I could hang with the best in other aspects. The same is true for you in whatever it is you're thinking about. And so be real honest about what those opportunities are. And, you know, if the difference is a few $1,000s in pay, don't worry about that. Like that's nothing in the grand scheme. But worry more about sort of that gut feeling of where you've got the best opportunity to shine or learn quickly or what have you.